Happy Christmas Eve. Welcome to the final day of Vlogmas. I don't know about you, but I for one am exhausted and I am ready to stop having a video going up every single day. If you have watched Vlogmas this year, thank you so much. Please do let me know your thoughts on it if you want to see it again. I've done Vlogmas this year and last year. I'm not yet completely convinced I will do Vlogmas again next year because it has taken it out of me this year. But again, let me know your thoughts, let me know any feedback. Now, today, it is the final day, so I'm going to start off by unwrapping my final day 12 book, which is the highlight. I have no idea what this one is. Oh, I do know what this one is. Okay. Believe Me by J.P. Delaney. I don't know what I'm going to think of this one. This one is a thriller. A drama student in New York without a green card. Claire takes the only job she can get, working for a firm of divorce lawyers, posing as an easy pickup in hotel bars to entrap straying husbands. When one of her targets becomes the subject of a murder investigation, the police ask Claire to use her acting skills to help lure their suspect into a confession. But right from the start, she has doubts about the part she's being asked to play. Is Patrick Fogler really a killer, or the only decent husband she's ever met? Is there more to this setup than she's being told? And that's when Claire realises she's playing the deadliest role of her life. Now, I will be 100% honest with you here. When I picked up this one, I thought that I was picking up a book by a different JP. I thought I was picking up a book by JP Pomer, who is a very attractive New Zealand author. And I got all excited and told my friend Lex, oh my God, I've just found a book by J.P. Pomer in a book swap and I picked it up, yay. And then I showed it to her and she was like, no babes, no babes. That's J.P. Delaney, different person. And yes, he is a different person. He is not a very attractive New Zealand author. But this book does sound decent. It does sound fun. I am excited to get to it. Now today, we are not talking about Believe Me by J.P. Pomer. We're talking about my 25 in 25, which honestly I'm scared of. So I'm going to just prepare my tea so we can spill the tea. And I actually have spilled my tea on my table here. Let me just mop you up with scrunchy. I'm sorry, I'm just a bit of a chaos goblin. Okay, 25 and 25. Now, I feel like these yearly annual goals where it's, you know, using the year number to set your goal. I feel like this is starting to get out of hand. Because yes, I am going to read 25 books in a year, but I'm not going to read these 25 books in a year. And then I just feel like I failed because I haven't read the books that 12 months in advance I decided that I was interested in. So I'm going to do a tiny kind of tweak on the idea. Tea break. This is my Bird and Blend tea for today, and it has lavender in it. It's called Starry Night. I hate lavender. I hate the taste of lavender. I love the smell of lavender, but the taste, it tastes like perfume, and this one is quite lavendery, which makes me sad. I am going to carry on drinking it though. But if you see me turning my nose up and just doing this and making faces, it's because I don't really like the tea that I'm drinking. Anywho, side quest over. 25 and 25. Like I said, I'm doing a slight kind of tweak on the normal. So rather than just me making a long list of books that I want to read, I've actually split it into 5 subsections. And I'm going to try and read 5 books from each kind of subsect. I have got books attached to these sections. However, they're not like guaranteed. I'm not definitely going to read those books. They are all potentials and kind of placeholders. But I do want to read 5 within the subsect. It will make sense. So my first section is series. I want to prioritize series this year. And I don't mean finishing series. I do mean making progress in series. So the 5 series that I've put on my list that I would like to be reading and making progress in are Illuminate by J. Christoph and Amy Kaufman, Red Rising by Pierce Brown, Off Campus by Elle Kennedy, Lady Midnight, which is The Dark Artificers by Cassandra Clare, and Keepers of the Lost City by Shannon Messenger. Again, these are 5 that right now, me, December 2024, Jenny, thinks, yeah, I want to make progress. I want to continue with all of these series next year. They might not be the 5 series that I continue and make progress in next year, but they're ones that I want to sort of be kind of thinking of and actually trying to like make some decent progress rather than just reading one book. So I feel like Off Campus, I'm quite confident that I am going to probably finish off that series because I've been really, really enjoying them. So there's a good chance that I'm going to be, again, picking up others in that series. I think same with Illuminae. I think that one has got a good chance of being one that I'm going to like pick up again and like, again, try and make progress. I would like to continue with the Cassandra Clare as well, just because I do enjoy Cassandra Clare. I like her writing. I know the books aren't exactly literary masterpieces, but I have fun with them. Red Rising and Keepers of the Lost Cities, they are both series that I have been enjoying and I do want to continue with, but they both scare me. Red Rising because it's quite dark, heavy sci-fi and it scares me, and Keepers because the books are all huge, even though it's a middle grade series. So like I said, these 5 might change, but that's my current thoughts. I want to basically be prioritising 5 series this year. My second subsection are the classics. So again, I have got 5 classics that I have written down here that I would like me right now in December 2024. I think I would like to prioritise. I feel like these 5 are probably not going to change, just because I'm not the world's biggest classic reader. So the ones that I'm most interested in, like, I don't think that interest is going to change drastically over the year. But the 5 that I've put down are Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, Emma by Jane Austen, Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte, Persuasion and Sense and Sensibility also by Jane Austen. So basically I'm just reading Jane Austen's backlist. She's not writing anything else, is she? Again, these could change, maybe. I could read something different in here, but I do want to try and read 5 classics. And I think I'm gonna, again, try to be kind of keeping classics in like the back of my mind and be, when I'm setting TBRs, be thinking of classics as well. Because they're in a different room, they are quite often out of sight, out of mind. So I don't think of them when I'm setting TBRs, but I am going to just try to kind of like have them in my head and be kind of trying to prioritise them. Next, we have got 5 non-fictions that I want to read. Again, the specific titles may change, but this is currently what I've got on the list. Want by Gillian Anderson, The Ship Beneath the Ice by Manson someone. I'll pop it up here. How Not to Travel the World. I don't know who that's by. That's also going to be up here. Reach for the Stars by an author. I want to say Daniel Craig, but I think I'm confused and I'm thinking of Daniel Craig. I know Michael Craig. I know the author's surname is Craig. Anyway, Reach for the Stars. And also I have got on here Strong Female Character by Fern Brady. Again, titles could change, but I want to try and prioritise 5 non-fictions this year. I have barely read any non-fiction in 2024, so that's something that I want to kind of, again, my non-fictions are in a different room. They're in the same room as the classics, actually, in my living room, and they therefore do not get considered when I am setting TBRs. I think what my plan is going to be when I am setting TBRs is to like bring up a non-fiction book that I want to read and a classic book that I want to read and kind of have them there on like a pile of possibilities. So if something fits, they're there immediately and I can grab. If not, they're kind of triggering me to go and pick up something different. I've then got 5 big books. So for me, typically a big book is over 500 pages. I have chosen 5 of my biggest books on my TBR that aren't sort of already mentioned and in video plans. So they are Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. I am so scared of this book. I own both Priory and Day of Fallen Night in hardback. And I don't, like, I want to read them both, but I also don't want to read them. I might have to order, like, I think really literally I just need to, like, get it over myself and do the thing. Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh. That one is a romance. And where is it? Oh, you can't really tell from here, but it's up on this shelf and it's an 800-page romance. Now, part of me does think no romance has any business being over 350 pages. So Chloe Walsh, what do you think you're doing writing a romance that's 800 pages? That is just completely disgusting. But I also know that Steph from Steph Loves gave it like 10s across the board on Corpile, perfect score. So I'm going to try it. I've then got Lies of Loch Lamora by Scott Lynch, which actually isn't as chunky as I thought it was when I did a page count. So again, like I said, for me, a chunky book is over 500 pages, but most of these are over sort of 600-700 pages. Lies of Loch Lamora is actually about 500, but still big enough. Empire of the Damned by J. Christoph is, again, a very chunky book. I enjoyed Empire of the Vampire. I've been wanting to read Damned all year. Will I read it? Who knows? Who even knows right now? Then I've got Wolf Song by TJ Klune. Again, I've heard really, really great things about this book. So can I finally pick it up? Who knows? But yeah, these are spaces for 5 like big chunky books. I'm not counting, because I've got Lady Midnight on my series list, I'm not counting anything from that series, even though they are all some of my biggest books on my TBR. I'm not counting any Brandon Sandersons, John Gwynne's or Robin Hobbs, because I'm reading those series as part of projects elsewhere. So these are, like, again, books outside of everything else that I'm planning on doing, if that makes sense. And then my final section, my final 5, are my anticipated backlist. So these are books that are currently on my shelves that I really want to read, but that I need somebody to actually just give me a kick up the ass and make me read them. Top of that list, Yellowface by R.F. Kuang. I know that Yellowface is going to be incredible. I know that. Doesn't mean I'm going to read it. So I just literally like need that kind of oomph to read that book. Then Things Went Dark by B. Fitzgerald. Isn't quite as much of a backlist. Like, it did only come out this year, but I love B. Fitzgerald. This is her first adult thriller. So I kind of have that feeling that it could be put off, but I want to read it. So again, I'm pushing myself. Mad Honey by Jodi Picoult and Jennifer Finney Boylan. I hear so many good things about Mad Honey. I really need to read it. I have nothing else to say about it. Bromance Book Club. I don't know who that's by. Bromance Book Club, I've got the first 2 books on my Kindle. They have been on my Kindle since probably 2020, and I have not read them, mainly because they're on my Kindle. So again, out of sight, out of mind. But I wanted to put them on a list to prioritize them because I feel like I would really enjoy these books, but I'm just not ever gravitating towards them because I forget they exist. And then I've got Lovely War by Julie Berry. This book I hear so many fantastic things about. I really want to read it, and I haven't. So I better do that. So they are my 25 in 25 reading goals. Will I get to any of them? Who knows? Not me. Hopefully I will read 25 books in those sections, even if they're not the 25 books that I have actually mentioned today. But if you like this video, please do leave me a like, subscribe down below. Let me know what your reading plans for 2025 are, and if you are also planning on writing a 25 and 25, let me know your thoughts on that. Let me know if you've read any of the books I've mentioned, any that I need to really, really prioritise, especially if you've read Priory. How scary do I need, like how scared do I actually need to be about prioritising Priory? if you just want to leave me an emoji to let me know you're here, leave me like the kind of, there's like the Starry Night kind of New Year's emoji. I think the one that kind of just makes me think of New Year's. Any kind of New Year vaguely festive thing, that would be grand. And I will see you in tomorrow's video. Right, no, I won't. Oh my goodness, tomorrow's Christmas Day. Happy Christmas. I will see you in a few days' time when my TBR goes up. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye, bye, bye.